I'm in the very dim kitchen again. It's late afternoon and it's very, very cold. Cold weather has swept in from the Arctic over the UK, so it's time for an afternoon tea time treat. Any excuse for a sweet treat. This one's a quickie today. I'm doing a no sugar flapjack with honey and dried fruit. So let's have a look at these very simple ingredients. Very, very simple. I've got about 230 grams of porridge oats, 120 grams of honey. I've got set honey because that's what I've got in the cupboard. You could use runny honey, I'm sure it will work just as well. Got about 90 grams of dried fruit. I've got apricots, sultanas, prunes and raisins, and I've chopped the apricots up. And I've got 100 grams of butter. And over here I've lined a 20 centimetre square brownie tin with baking parchment, very roughly, and I've got the oven on at 160 degrees centigrade. All I'm doing is melting the butter. It's going to take a little while because it's frozen butter. Just going to pop the honey in and melt it together with the butter. Just giving that a stir until the honey is dissolved. I'm adding the dried fruit and the oats, and I'm just mixing the whole lot together. I'm going to turn off the heat. Once that's all mixed together, I'm going to transfer it to the baking tray. Just pressing it down with a metal spoon. I'm being quite firm. I'm trying to make it as level as possible. Okay, and I'm going to bake that in the oven for about 20 minutes until it's starting to go brown around the edges. Okay, so that's out of the oven. It's just starting to go golden around the edges, so I'm going to let it cool completely before cutting it up. So Paul, try my experimental flapjack.
I have that bit.
Yeah, they're a little bit crumbly.
They are a bit crumbly. Nice though.
It was an experiment.
Is there honey in there?
Most of it stayed together.
It's rather nice. It's not sweet, which I don't like sweet things. That's very nice. What fruit did you use?
Just dried fruit, both the big dried fruit and the small.
Ah, right. That's very nice. No flour. That might be why it's a bit more crumbly.
We don't put flour in flapjacks.
Don't you?
No, it's normally golden syrup and sugar that kind of
No.
holds it together.
It's not, flapjacks aren't something that I know a lot about cooking.
Well,
Because they're sugar and golden syrup, as you say. Those are nice because they're not sweet.
I think they're good. But I think my mistake was probably cutting them up too small.
What, the fruit?
Into small squares.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is, I think, what has caused them to really crumble up.
Right, you think a whole slab just...
A whole slab is better.
Yeah, there we are. There we are. Literally a flapjack. Yeah, nice.
Thanks for
That's one of
watching.
those there.
Thanks for watching. And actually, just to say before we go, they could be crumbled over a breakfast cereal.
Yeah, sort of a bit like granola.
Yeah, they are like a granola bar.
Yeah.
They're more of a granola than a flapjack.
Do you think if you'd added a tablespoon of gram flour, it would hold it together a little bit?
I don't know. I'm not willing to experiment that far, Paul.
I'd have a go at that.
But they taste great, so,
They do.
I think that's good for an experiment.
Yeah.
There we are. Thanks for watching. See you very soon.
Thank you for cooking it, Richard.
You're very welcome, Paul.
Thank you.
Morning. It's Thursday and we had a very cold night last night. Let's have a quick look at the temperature. It's a sunny morning and look, it's actually warmer outside than it is inside. It's only 10.6 degrees inside and 14.3, just gone up, outside in the sun. And I know I've said it many times before, but the reality of living in the UK during this cost of living crisis, which is, man-made by our government, the reality is really tough. When you're on a low income, trying to heat your home to the recommended between 18 and 20 degrees it's just simply a complete fantasy. It really is. In fact, I will show you the reality of this morning. So what time is it this morning? So it's 10:05. We've got the bread maker on, so I just need to scoot around the side of the bread maker just to show you the meter. Hold on. So we've had the heating on for, I think it was just under 2 hours because it was so cold, and it has cost in gas £2.54. And currently, electricity-wise, we've got a computer on, the bread maker's on. That's cost £1.23. And you can see by the bread maker, it's ever so slightly warmer at 14 degrees. I'm no mathematician, but if we were to have the heating on all day for, say, 10 hours, you can see how much it's going to cost. We don't have that kind of money. So when we say it's expensive in the UK to heat the house, it really is. And in fact, I'll tell you a funny story. Well, it's not funny, but my friend who I've mentioned several times, who's just been over to Montreal in Canada to visit her sister. There were plans for her sister to come over in January, but her sister said no, because it's simply too cold in UK houses. So there you go. And I think her sister pays something like $120 a month for heating. So there you go. That's a big difference. If we were paying £20 a day, so I'm not very good at maths, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that would be £140 a week. No, we can't afford that. We can barely afford what we pay now. So this is the reality, folks. The UK is one of the most expensive places to be in terms of trying to heat, light your home. The basic needs are no longer affordable by people like us who are essentially on a low wage. Not as low as some people, granted. What can you do? So we have to sort of be clever about how we heat areas. I've just been doing the bedding, so I'm quite warm at the moment, quite warm. And if you're active around the house, 10 degrees is fine, no problem at all. But when we're sitting down of an evening, what we've been tending to do is, if we've had the oven on, we sit in here and have our meal and sit afterwards in the residual heat. Then what we do is we go in the front room and we put the little electric heater on. So that's sort of sharing the burden between gas and electric. And then the heating comes on around 9 o'clock. And we have that on for about an hour before we go to bed. I think I've mentioned that before. So that's how we manage it. I've just realised my battery is starting to fade on the phone. That's another consequence of the house being cold. batteries don't last as long. They seem to drain more quickly. Ironic, huh? Those are the realities. Hold on, I'm just going to plug this phone in. Bear with me. And I mean, the other thing to say is, we're not stupid. Our house, in terms of keeping it warm, we've got a big bag up the chimney with newspaper in it. Not newspaper, just scrunched up paper, mainly from old Amazon packaging. That's stuffed up the chimney to stop drafts. We shut blinds at night. We've got roller blinds in several of the rooms upstairs. They get rolled down at night to provide a little bit of insulation. We wrap up. I've got thermals, leisure pants, 3 tops and a scarf and my fingerless gloves. We've got double glazed windows at the back of the house. The front is double glazed, but it's old style double glazing, so there isn't much of a gap, so they would need to be replaced. We don't have the money to do that. We could have the whole house insulated externally with cladding. We don't have the money to do that. We'd love to have solar panels. We don't have the money to do that, and we're not eligible for a grant. We're not eligible for any kind of benefits. So you just got to do your best. The thing that goes in our favour is both of us grew up in the 70s in chilly homes. We didn't really imagine that we'd both reach nearly 60 years of age and still having to be skimping and saving and worrying about heating, because 20 years ago when we moved in here, prices were affordable. I think we've mentioned that on Sunday Chat. We were both working, obviously, because we wouldn't have been able to afford it to buy this house if we weren't. But we could afford the heating. We could have the heating on any time we wanted to. We didn't have any condensation problems or anything like that because the house was being adequately heated. Occasionally you'd have to put an extra layer on a very cold day. We'd have fires in here, but we never worried about it. Now we have to think all the time, before we put heating on. How much have we used today? We're trying not to go above £6 a day. We're trying our best because that's the absolute limit, really. Occasionally, maybe it gets higher if we've done lots of cooking and, washing and all of that. It's we're coping and managing. We're in credit with the energy company. I think we've mentioned that as well. So we are okay, but we can't go crazy. Having the heating on for more than 2 hours, alarm bells start ringing and we start thinking, we need to turn it off. But the good thing is that the radiators do stay warm for a good 3/4 of an hour after the heating has been switched off. And again, it's a complete myth that it is cheaper to leave your heating on all day low. In a house like this, that would simply be, it just wouldn't work. In an old Victorian property, that does not work. For the reasons that I've said before, it's not a fully insulated house. The room at the top is insulated, and that stays lovely and warm. But the walls would all need to be insulated, and we'd need to upgrade all of these windows at the front, which we can't afford to do. So, hey ho, c'est la vie. I'll see you later. Morning, it's Friday morning, and we're going away for a couple of days. Yeah, we're going down to Swanage to see Vivi. So we've got a few bags and things. Trying to travel light, but unfortunately, it never really works out. I find as I get older, I need more things around me to feel as though I've got everything I need. I don't know about you, but I'd love to say I'm just going to throw a couple of things into a bag and go, but that just doesn't happen. No. The next time you see us, we'll be in the car driving on our way to Swanage. So we're on the motorway. We've just joined the motorway at Chiswick, which is not our usual route, but this is the M4
flyover.
The M4 flyover. In our local area, you can see the old Glaxo SmithKline building there, the one that looks like a big sort of ship, which is our local area. You have to sort of go along and then come back on yourself. doing this route, but it said it was quickest. So, I mean, this looks like it looks like the city from this angle, doesn't it, here?
So our local road is just about underneath us.
Just beneath, yeah.
Now.
Boston Road.
We're over it at the moment.
Yeah, and you can actually see, I don't know whether you can see those flats in the distance, you probably can't. Let me see if I can zoom in. Those ones sticking up.
Gone.
Just there, that's where we went that day and stood on the hill, and those can be seen very often in my photographs of the chimney tops. So yeah, we're heading out west. We'll pick up the M25, the London Orbital motorway, and then pick up the M3. So this is the M25, something hanging off that van. And Paul's moaning at me because he didn't realise we were going this way.
I don't like this stretch of the M25.
Well, whether you like it or not, it's quickest route.
Yeah, I'd have taken the slow.
Yeah, and used more energy.
Well, no, use less, I think.
No, I think you'd use more. We're stopping at the services at Winchester. Those of you who watched our vlog back in summer, this was when we had the company of a little butterfly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you can even see me. The contrast is quite dramatic. We've got very low sun at this time of year, and it's coming right into the car. So good progress. Not too much traffic. I think the total journey time was about 2 hours, 50 minutes, which is not too bad. Paul is driving all the way because I can't be bothered. Basically, no. My leg starts to play me up around an hour into a car journey with a sort of very dull, painful ache. So, yeah, I've decided this time Paul can drive. So yeah, he's just popped to the loo, and no doubt we'll have a quick glug of tea from the flask and maybe a snack, and then we'll carry on. So we're now in deepest Dorset. Dorset. And we are slowly getting nearer and nearer to Vivi's. We should be there for lunch time, and I believe Vivi has prepared lunch for us. How lovely.
Oh, bloody well, I hope so.
Yeah, she better have.
Yeah.
No, she did say in her text that she had. And we are now on the Isle of Purbeck. There it is. Corfe Castle in all its ruined glory.
Look at it.
But there we are, wow. Magnificent.
Renovation work going on.
It's rather incredible. So we're out foraging for pine cones for Vivi's Christmas decorations, for your Christmas extravaganza.
Yeah! So
How many have we got?
So these trees, some of them are really massive pine cones. So my granddad used to forage these, and then he used to carve them slightly, add bits, including rose thorns, and put them on bits of branch wood and turn them into little carved owls.
Oh, amazing.
velvet marker.
Let me just show you the sun on these trees. It's just glorious.
100 acre wood.
Vivi's talking about 100 acre wood, but I don't get the reference. I know it's Winnie the Pooh. We're on the search.
Look at the big ones.
Oh, Paul's got a few there.
Oh, this is probably for after Storm Claudia. Because look, they're still on the tree.
They've still got their
They're still attached to the tree. No, Vivi, no.
So no, these will open and spill their seed. Oh, fantastic. Good forage, chaps. Oh, aren't they beautiful? It's Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like
I know what that's beginning to look a lot like as well.
I don't know what you're talking about, Richard. Oh, a three.
And that one's got 3.
I'm going to leave the branch.
This one's male.
Well, we've established that the other one's pretty
I'm trying
male.
to break its bits off. It won't. I'm going to leave those for the squirrels.
Why don't you keep that one as the thing? You could,
That
you
is
could put it in a
lovely.
little jar.
And it'll open. Yeah, I reckon a lot of this has come down the Jordan because we've got great big bits of branch on him.
Oh yeah, that's a good haul.
Don't tell anyone where we are. Where
No.
we're finding these. Are
Well,
we
we're
showing everyone the
allowed.
view from
We're allowed to
here?
pick things up from the ground, aren't we?
No, but I don't want anyone else to come next year and nick them all. Lovely tennis courts behind you. I've played a few games
Look,
there.
that one's been munched by a squirrel.
Oh, well, at least they've enjoyed it.
Ah,
Great.
should we go and sit on the pier?
Yay! So we've just popped down to the seafront. It's Saturday morning and there's been a bit of a change in the weather. Let me show you. It's really wet and not too cold, but as you can see, we have some lovely waves and the sea is a beautiful green. And these two are wrapped up, hats on, umbrella out.
Scoggy's bugs and rods.
Good afternoon, it's Saturday afternoon, and as you noticed earlier, the weather was rather inclement. However, that inclement, and as you saw, it didn't stop us from getting out for a lovely bracing walk down by the seaside.
Oh, we do like to be beside the sea.
I
when
haven't
it's
finished
really
my
hot
piece yet.
outside.
To the train station.
I haven't finished my piece.
It's always about Richard.
Honestly.
Whose
Yeah, I'm
vlog
trying
is
to
this?
make a video. Let me swing you round before these two feel as though I'm leaving them out.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah,
No, it's fine.
FOMO. Here we are in the kitchen, and we're having a cup.
Chocolat chaud.
Le chocolat what?
Chocolate soup.
Chocolate soup.
Chaud.
Yeah, we're having chocolate soup.
Chaud.
Le chocolat
I
chaud.
like showing
Le
off.
chocolat chaud.
If it wasn't raining, I'd make you go outside and play because you need to let off some of
And
this.
then it'd be le chocolat
Energy.
froid.
Or la chocolat tepide.
Tepid. So we had a walk down to the Paul. You look really weird. This is not a good
Paul is
thing.
weird.
I'm just going to have to change this
No, you
wide
don't.
angle
No.
because, Paul, you actually do look like Jabba the Hutt.
Well, that's okay.
I don't know what you're laughing
It's
about,
all
Gregory.
good.
You're a close
What
second.
I look like.
It's all the good food
I
we've
look like
had.
my own island. I'm an entire island.
No, it's the way that it's not flattering. Hold on, it's making me frightened. Oh, that's better. You both look normal now, rather than as though you're on the.
That unnormal bit?
I
wanna
did.
see it.
I'm going to be showing it on my vlog.
What, the unnormal bit?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to be
That's
showing
the
you
weird thing when it's
to.
someone else's channel. You have no editorial
No,
control.
no editorial.
That's why I turned the BBC
Have you started
down.
filming?
You are not the BBC.
No, but Paul, I turned them down.
I am
Oh,
filming.
You did,
Yeah.
you?
I'm filming
Yeah.
now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
the interview wanted to do me on Friday, and it's a whole weekend. I just thought I haven't got
No.
time for
Who
the
was
BBC.
this? The
BBC
BBC?
wanted to interview me.
For what? Why didn't they want to interview us? Was it because of your YouTube
about
channel?
my-
Swedish saunas.
It was about
Swedish
one
saunas.
of my videos. The researcher had seen and was like,
What?
"This is perfect for a piece we want to do for breakfast living. What's it called in the daytime?
Swedish death claim.
No, the BBC show that's in the like daytime,
Daytime.
Were they going to
morning
pay
TV.
you?
TV. No, I doubt it. But they were going to come down here and film me.
No. Oh my God. And you turned them down.
Yeah, I don't.
You turned down fame and fortune.
Because I don't need it.
No, that's
'Cause I'm
right.
not an attention seeking.
No, you're not.
No, I just thought, I can't be bothered.
Because actually, our mission is to inform, educate, and entertain, just like the BBC,
We
Yeah,
are.
and earn money.
and earn some money as
Yeah,
well. Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Well, you think
Yeah.
the BBC doesn't earn money? They
But it was
do.
on Swedish death
Swedish
cleansing,
death cleaning.
wasn't it? Yeah.
But also, so it's going to be me, someone else, a psychologist, and a cutter kind of expert.
Was anyone going to be Swedish?
No Swedes amongst us.
That
But
is
I looked at
nice,
that
I have to
thing,
say.
it's
Oh, you just
But
interrupt, doesn't
lovely. I
it?
just thought.
Yeah, it's
I just
lovely.
thought. I don't have
CBA.
time.
CBA.
I don't need to talk about this. I don't need yeah. So,
Well, I don't blame you.
thank you. Bye bye.
Mm.
Yeah. Because I've also I've already done it. They wanted me to talk anyway. It doesn't matter. It didn't happen. Not happening.
There we are. Good. There we are.
So,
Like,
Vivi,
yeah,
what hot chocolate are you drinking?
I'm having salty caramel.
And what am I having?
You're
Belgian
having just
chocolate.
Belgian milk chocolate.
Belgian milk chocolate.
I
And
only
Paul,
got this because they didn't have the one I wanted and they substituted it.
I have to
Actually,
say it's
I
quite
like it.
delicious.
Yeah. Only 40 calories a cup.
What are you having, Paul?
I'm having tea.
That you've reheated.
Only 10 calories a cup.
But it's stewed to... How many tea bags were in that pot?
27.
There were 27 tea bags left in the pot, and it was stew juice at the bottom. Oh. And thank goodness we got out yesterday when it was dry.
Oh,
but
it's lovely.
it's just an absolutely foul day. So
Yeah, but like I said before, it didn't stop us from getting
we're
out.
not
No,
made-
it didn't stop us from
No, it
getting
we're
out.
not made
didn't.
from
It didn't stop us.
It didn't. We didn't.
jolly
stop
well
us
got
getting
out.
Jolly well got
Absolutely.
out, and it
Yes.
didn't stop us getting out because we got
Absolutely.
out.
And we
Weren't
got
stopped,
wet.
And we got wet.
Yeah.
And all
Yeah.
the radiators have got jeans and trousers and goodness knows what else hanging on them.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
knickers.
Knickers.
Yeah.
But my knickers did not get wet.
Oh dear. I might have to cut that bit out. Trust the
Oh,
Vivi.
To take it
Trust
into
the
gutter.
Vivi.
No, I'm sorry.
So we're having a lovely time.
Thanks. Oh, and look, because my pyjamas. So you've forgotten to mention that we're actually now all sitting around in our pyjamas.
We
because
are.
All our clothes got wet.
Yeah.
And, 'cause
Well,
the-
actually, I'm sitting around in my loungewear.
and the radiators aren't on because we're being fuel conscious, although I did treat them to an extra couple of hours of heat yesterday.
Oh, it was like a sauna in here, I can
Yeah,
tell
it was
you.
14.5 degrees
Yes,
centigrade.
which to us, of course,
which
is luxurious.
Which is about 50 Fahrenheit. But yeah, it was luxury.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think it's been at 14.5 for a week or more.
This is
Well,
the
it's
reality
warming
of
up as
living
well.
in the UK. As I said the other day, living in the UK during this cost of,
The world's third most expensive fuel nation.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Anywho, we're going to enjoy our chocolate and our
Hot
tea.
warming drinks. Please, sir, can I have some more?
No.
Well, you can. It's
I'm
your water,
hungry
your
again
electricity.
No, because
no,
I'm-
you can't be.
It was like lunch an hour ago and I'm hungry again already.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Oh, I've got
Did
to
you
cook.
bring down your vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free, fat-free flapjacks?
Fine.
which-
Yes, and we've eaten them.
They were lovely.
Say goodbye now.
Bye now.
So, Vivi, this is a, wow, chickpea and spinach gratin.
So we're channeling our inner Mediterranean Greek with a
Wow.
breadcrumb, a sourdough breadcrumb and Parmigiano topping. Except I didn't have any Parmigiano, so it's cheddar.
Looks good.
Grated a la Parmigiano.
We're gonna chow down now and enjoy this.
We are.
See you later.
Thanks for all the washing up, boys.
Oh, you're welcome.
Topping and break there. You watch the topping and break come down like a ribbon.
So we're on our way back. We've just said goodbye to Vivi. Paul is driving, and yeah, we're on the road. So it should take us a few hours to get home. The weather is clear and dry, and yeah, all is good. We've had a lovely time. It's been a pleasure to get away and spend some time with Vivi and have some little walks down to the sea and all of that. So yeah, see you later. So we have just stopped at Winchester Services for Paul to go to the loo. The sun is just about starting to go down. There's a little bit of colour in the sky. And yeah, it's been a fairly good journey so far. Relatively clear for a Sunday afternoon, but we do know that there is a match on at Twickenham Rugby Stadium. So we're going to need to monitor the traffic situation as we approach there. Hopefully they'll be in to the event by the time we approach, which means the traffic should be okay. But yeah, we should be home in another hour and 20, something like that. So all being well. And then of course we've got to record Sunday Chat, edit it and upload it. So there's still some work to be done this weekend. because we gotta keep up our schedule. So yeah, I'll see you later. So we're currently in traffic. Don't know whether you can see the top of the stadium in the distance there. There is an event on.
Twickenham.
Yeah, I said that before, Paul.
Oh, did you?
I was talking about that before when you
wasn't
went for a...
listening.
No, you went for a wee, Paul.
Oh, right. A jolly good one it was too.
So we're at Witton roundabout, and yeah, there's a bit of traffic, so we're just going to get through this little delay and we will be home within the next, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. But if we go past the stadium, I think the road is open. I'll show you the stadium.
Yeah, cars are going down.
There we are, Twickenham Stadium, and all the local businesses that sell burgers every time there's an event.
Not necessarily local.
Police. The police queuing
getting
up
their
for their burgers.
But it's people rent their driveways out to the burger vans
Yeah.
for extra income.
Well, they are local businesses. They're businesses. I mean, you know, my ex-boss, his friend owns one of the guest
Well, that one's
houses.
from Southampton, so
Wow. There's the stadium in all its glory.
there's still a lot of people wandering.
Yeah, there are. Maybe some people have arrived late.
Well, I suppose there's an awful lot of people working, and the stewards and all of that as well.
These are punters, though, turnstile punters. I remember those, my days at Wembley Stadium. I'm very familiar with working stadium events. I used to do box office. I don't think I did turnstiles, but I did box office a few times for large football matches. You can see all the parking areas over here. Yeah. And then this area leads into Isleworth. So this building that you can see in front with the tower used to be the Gillette building, and this interchange, this junction, is actually known as Gillette Corner. And the building is currently a film studio, I believe.
Yep.
And
Big film.
big film. They did a James Bond, didn't they?
They did James Bond. They used to do 24 with Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, it's been a film studio for quite a while. Yeah, it's a huge building, and it's known for its iconic clock tower, which used to be lit up, didn't it?
The clock did, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the clock face. So yes, another piece of local history. Yeah,
And behind there is
Sky
Sky.
and National Geographic
Yeah.
Channel, Sky. I had an interview at Sky many years ago. I went for a job as a switchboard operator, and I really didn't like the atmosphere there. And I told them, and they offered me the job, and I said I'm not going to take it because I think the working conditions are not great. Now, this road is the Great West Road, home to many, many businesses, large buildings.
And it's also a freeway, one of the few freeways in London.
What do you mean by freeway?
I mean, you can sort of overtake on any...
Well, it's a three-lane carriageway, but it's 40 miles an hour. And you've got some very old buildings.
Art Deco.
Yeah. Beautiful old buildings. Many of which have been actually knocked down now, but I think a few remain. Which are sort of...
Get our screech pedals and things up there.
What pedals?
Fender.
Fender?
Yeah, for Fender guitars.
Oh, you mean effect pedals?
Yeah.
So there you go, and you've got a lot of large buildings. You've got the old Glaxo building, which is being repurposed into something else.
Housing and precinct and whatever.
So it's quite a built-up, busy city feel to it.
And this goes into central London.
And actually, it's really been quite built up since we've been living here. Buildings have gone up.
Yeah.
And we're just taking the left turn onto the Boston Road, which takes us home, as you've seen before. So I'm not going to bore you with any more, and I'm going to say goodbye and wind this section of the vlog up. And I will see you for tomorrow's instalment.
Bye.
Bye. Morning. So it's been a bit of a exciting morning, not in a good way. Paul shouted down to me earlier saying there are explosions going off in Southall. There's smoke. So I ran upstairs with the camera and sure enough, massive plume of smoke coming from an area of Southall. That's the area that, remember we said in the journey down to Vivi's on the M4, the flyover, you could see the flats in the distance. Well, that sort of area, massive explosions going off, clearly all from the same source. So clearly some kind of, building, warehouse. I ran upstairs and took a little bit of footage. I didn't want to sensationalize it particularly, but it's a news item. It's something that's happening at the moment, so it's part of the vlog. Here's some footage.
Sirens.
Well, first siren, yeah. There's a lot of sirens now. Nothing on the live news. Yeah, and an hour later, it's still smoking very badly. So, my heart goes out to anybody living in the area. I mean, goodness me. I think we said not so long ago, if there was any kind of air pollution, major air pollution in this particular vicinity, I mean, it would come into the house because, we got air bricks. Yeah, I hope nobody's been hurt or worse. I mean, these things do happen, anywhere. But I remember the Buncefield explosion. For those of you who don't know, it was a massive explosion. I think was it a gas storage facility? Something like that. And it was very early in the morning. We were awake early, and it was during the years when we had 3 cats. And I can remember we got up early, we were awake early because I was getting up to go up north on a train to do some corporate training. I had a short stint as a corporate trainer when I was a life coach. And I remember we heard this boom and the cats sat up on the bed, very alert. And we both said to each other, that was an explosion. So we got up, got the news on, and sure enough, moments later, the reports started coming through. This explosion today, or fire, is nothing as big as that. But yeah, I mean, you know, it sort of puts you on edge a little bit when things like this happen. I'm feeling a little discombobulated this morning because of that. Can't quite get myself together and get going. I've got a video to make. Yeah, so it is still smoking, and I think there are something like, I don't know, 70 firefighters or something trying to bring it under control from surrounding areas. Again, I hope nobody's been hurt, but I believe it was a warehouse. There you go. Not the kind of start you want to your day, but hey, I'll see you later. It's much later. The smoke is still coming out of this fire, and there are big explosions happening. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's been burning since 9 o'clock this morning, and it's nearly midday. Oh, that's really quite frightening. I really feel for the people in the area, and thank goodness the wind direction's not coming this way. I mean, you can hear it with the window shut. I had to stop. I was filming another video and I had to stop because I could hear explosions again, and I thought, goodness me, there isn't something else that's gone up. I mean, that's, I guess, the concern, isn't it? That something else is on fire, but the plume of smoke is still from the same area. So, oh, goodness me, it's really thrown off my morning. Nothing I can do. I need to carry on with what I'm doing. See you later. Morning, it's Wednesday morning. It's bright blue skies and sun, very cold. Let's have a look at the temperature. Hold on. So it's just 1.6 degrees outside and 11 degrees inside. Hurrah! With humidity of 65%. And it's 9:30. So I had to use our new window vac this morning on the condensation in the bedroom. Worked really well. I've done a little review video, so go over and have a look at that on the channel. The smouldering fire, I think, has stopped. I can't see any smoke in the air today, so that looks as though it's resolved, although there will be a huge black smouldering hole where the warehouse was. Anyway, so what am I doing today? We're going to be doing some cookery later for a new episode of Rich and Paul Cook. So we're a little late doing it this week because we went away at the weekend, as you saw. So yeah, just a little bit behind with our work, but that's okay. That's cool. The sun is streaming in here as well this morning. Lovely. Garden's looking a bit wintry now. Leaves everywhere. Needs a good tidy up. Oh, there's a little catty there hiding in the bushes. Goodness knows when I'm going to get to tidy the garden. I usually do a winter tidy up, but it's normally after Christmas because, you know, we get rain, we get wind, the leaves fall. We like to leave the leaves in place because of the creatures. But I do sometimes get out there and have a tidy up, but there's too many other things to do. You know, we have to focus on video making at the moment to earn some money. So yeah, not a lot else to report. So I'm going to tie up now because it's been a bit of a bumper one this week. For those of you who've stayed to the end, thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me. And, you know, in general, thank you very much for supporting us. We really appreciate it. So I'll say bye for now, and I'll see you soon.